Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 80 at Foodie Paradise Island with Denise Roy. I'm repeating again, day 80. Okay, time is passing by so fast, and I'm so glad that I started this 80 days ago instead of always postponing and postponing. So it's going great. Today is day 4 of Melon Island, Canary Melon Island to be more precise. Yesterday I had a chance of having watermelon, but today will be Canary Melon. And once again, I'm not having a complete island. I do have salad for dinner with the other veggies in it and a dressing. And I might have other fruit eventually that I need to pass in the house that I don't want to waste. But it's pretty much Melon Island. So here's my breakfast. Okay, not this part. This is the kids' lunch. Okay, so I started with a beautiful canary melon. It is missing a little bit of ripeness on the edge. It's hard to get them as ripe as I want, okay? And the thing is that they'll all ripen at the same time. So I do eat them anyway like this. But when I get a super ripe one, then I'm really happy. And this is my lime water that I started drinking. I like drinking it before I eat, but I'm just too anxious, so I have a bite once in a while. I'll see you later, everyone. Bye. So girls, you have some delicious smelling cooking going on there. What are you making?
We're making some apple molasses and oatmeal cookies.
Cookies?
Muffins.
They smell really good. Okay, so just I'm finishing my lime water and almost finished with my second melon. And I have a third one before I leave this afternoon for sure. I'm really hungry. Okay, so I would like to explain why I'm at the place I am today with raw foods. What attracted me towards raw foods, why I want to be a raw foodist as much as possible. Okay, so I'm going to try to make a long story short. I don't know what's interesting, what's not, so let's go. I never really loved meat. When I was young, I used to hide it under my plate or fill my mouth and go spit it out in the toilet. Okay, but my parents, we lived on a farm, and of course everybody had to eat meat and potatoes, and vegetables though. My mother did always feed us much more fruits and vegetables than all my friends. And my husband either didn't really like meat. His brother used to chase him with a raw piece of meat and make him cry. So I didn't have that much problems having my husband become vegetarian. Most people say, I would love to, but no way, my husband can't live without his meat. So that is for my childhood. So I grew up, of course, and got used to it. Man, I'm getting so discouraged. I'm trying to make this video and I say too much all the time and I go off, and it would take me like 3 hours to just talk and talk. Okay, so how can I make this? Exactly what do I want to tell you? Why am I into raw foods, right? Okay, so of course it was a very long transition thing. Vegetarian first, then I keep moving the camera. Okay, so first I was vegetarian. Of course, that was 20 years ago because of an arthritis problem. But I never loved meat anyway. So juvenile arthritis located around my hips. I couldn't walk anymore, and I couldn't take my anti-inflammatories because I was pregnant with my first child. So I cut out the red meat. Then eventually, after years and years, I cut out the chicken and the fish. Then I had 2 children that were seriously congested all the time, and so we cut out the milk, then the yogurt, so we only had the cheese left. That took years and years until even after we started incorporating a lot more raw food, we still had the cheese. And we gave up the cheese in the house because when we go to restaurants once in a while, the children will still have cheese on their pizza or at friends' house, stuff like that. But in the house, no more cheese since a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, when I saw a video that Freely put through of Gary Yokoski. You know Gary, right? The militant for animal rights. He's such a good speaker. Oh my gosh, if only I could speak like him, I would convince my brother, my mother, everybody. Anyway, I love him. I admire him a lot, and I thank him so much for being in the world. So when I watched him, I told my husband, if you still want cheese in the house, you're gonna have to buy it because I'm not buying any more. A few members of the family watched the video also. So like I said, after that we were really like into it, but when we went out a few times, the cheese would just fall in our dish, right? Okay, and then with raw foods, I started about 3 years ago, 4 maybe. Yeah, time passes by so fast. 4 years ago. But it was more like lots of raw fruits and vegetables, but mostly gourmet. Okay, like most people who start. Mostly gourmet, lots of nuts. I even went to a few workshops and raw cooking lessons, but it was always the same things. The soya sauce, the oil, the chocolate, the nuts. Like, that's what they taught us, is how to cook stuff like that. They didn't really say to eat big salads and big smoothies. Like even their smoothies had 3 or 4 kinds of seeds and all kinds of stuff. So I was loving the food I was making, but didn't really feel as if it was that healthy. And of course I was gaining weight instead of losing weight. So that did not make me happy, because that's another thing that I would have to make a video on eventually, is that I've always had an eating disorder for the past almost 26 years now. Okay, of obsessive eating, binging, purging. Again, it has lasted 26 years. So my main reason of wanting to be high carb, low fat, raw vegan is to get over that. And it has been helping enormously. A lot. And that's why I'm thankful for it. So I'm a little lost now. Wait a second, I'll re-listen to what I said and come back. Okay, so why I'm so attracted and passionate by this lifestyle is because, of course, the healthier I eat, the less less I drink also. That's another issue. When by eating lots of carbs, I don't have the desire, the cravings as much for the alcohol, and by not taking the alcohol, I do not binge the same night or the next day. So you see, it's a good circle, not a vicious. Well, the alcohol and the bad food is a vicious circle, but now I'm in the other circle of the good food that keeps me on track. And it helps me also for, okay, I'll say the word bulimia, because I can eat lots and lots and lots, and as long as I don't touch the other stuff, because then forget it, I just continue eating until it's disastrous. But when I eat the good stuff, I can eat and like even binge. Of course, I want to not do that, less and less, and I am doing great. I'm telling you, I'm so impressed with myself. But after all these years, I mean a lot of years, 26 years. But okay, so I can eat and yet not have to feel guilty, not have to hate myself, and you know, right? So it's great. I love it. And I love everybody that I watch the videos about, and all the food I buy, the joy it gives me. And I'm really hoping to heal myself completely. Okay, like of course, since it has always been an obsession, I want to weigh 117 like I did for so many years. I only gained weight when I hit my 40s, so 4.5 years ago. But of course I want to go back there, but I mostly want to love my body and take care of myself and all that. Okay, so I'll come back later and see if there's any other good information I have to say. But to make it short, okay, it's been 4 years that I'm into raw foods, but not succeeding, but still enlarging my knowledge and incorporating even more fruits and vegetables, teaching my kids about that. That's so important, because they're going to grow up with that knowledge, and it's wonderful, grow up with those habits. So that's it. That's pretty much it. And high carb, low fat, I've been trying also for years, but always binging at night mostly. But now for 80 days today, okay, not every day was perfect. I counted 16 days that were not perfect. Well, perfect. Good enough for me to be happy. But besides that, man, am I doing good. Man, do I love fruits and vegetables, and am I thankful for them. And I want to continue. Okay, we'll see where this brings me, but I really want to continue. Bye. Okay, everybody, so I did do my best to tell you the story of how I became a high carb, low fat, raw vegan most of the time, but I'm not very good at that. So if you do have questions, just write them down and it'll be a pleasure for me to write back. Okay, and the answer will be clear, I promise. I'm the type of person that I have so much knowledge in my head, but when it comes time to express it, I don't know why, but the words just blah blah blah, get confused and all that. So I hope you enjoyed the video anyway. Okay, if you did, give me thumbs up. If you didn't, it's okay, I understand. But I will be back later to tell you what I ate on the rest of this watermelon island. Not watermelon, canary melon island. I'll probably have another one. I only have 2 eaten up to now, but I have to leave in town. So good, I'll just have water, and then later on probably one melon and a huge salad. We'll see. It's a surprise. Every day is a surprise. Bye. So I was getting ready to go get my 3rd canary melon of the day, but then noticed that one of the cantaloupes that I bought really needed to be eaten. You see, it's getting spots. So I cut it in half, and look at the beautiful color in it. Okay, so I'm going to weigh it before and after and see about how many calories are in each cantaloupe, because it's fun with the canary melons. I know that it's between 460 and 500 about. So it's fun to count the calories of the day quickly. So it's very delicious. It's different, has more flavor than the canary. Personally, I prefer the canary melons, but it does good to change once in a while. So, I'm in the mood for a Caesar salad. I cut it up the lettuce, and I should have looked up a recipe for the dressing, but I invented it. It's not the best, okay, I will not make it again, but just so you know what I'm eating, it is 1.5 cups of mushrooms, 1.5 cups of celery, 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds, 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Okay, so besides the fact that it looks like cement, it does taste pretty good, but it doesn't have the cheesy effect I was hoping for. So when I pour it over my salad later, just to be sure it tastes good enough, I will add a few flakes of yeast. Bless you. And that adds a lot to the flavor. So I don't think I'll be having all this dressing because it does have some fat in it, and I haven't been having fat for the past 3 days. So just half of it will be good enough for tonight. And if ever I'm hungry, I will have another half melon. So I'll come back later to tell you how many calories I had. It turned out that I really enjoyed this dressing. Honestly, I'll make it again. I just had to add a little bit of salt and some hot pepper flakes. I enjoyed it so much that the leftover is my nighttime snack. Excuse my bathrobe. Okay, so here are the total calories of my day. 2 canary melons give an average 1,000 calories. 1 cantaloupe, 340. 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds, 170. 20 grams of yeast, 75 calories. 1.5 cups of celery, 25. 1.5 cups of mushroom, 25. And with both bowls of salad, I got 140 calories in lettuce, which totals 1775 for the day. And if we look at the hemp seeds, 170, it's not all the calories from fat, so obviously I'm under 10%. So it was a wonderful day. Thank you for listening. Give me thumbs up if you like this video. You can leave me comments, share, and come and see me tomorrow. Bye.